Okay, so we will continue the tutorial. This time we will use the 2D grid, and then we can use I mentioned before, for the 2D we can select which type of visualizations. For example, this is the minimum pressure, so you can see here the pressure increases from the due to injection wells right here, and the pressure decreases because of the production wells. Here in this part, the pressure drops until like 58 for the minimum value. Okay, and then for this can indicate if gas appears at some part of the layer in the grid, because if the pressure drops below the bubble point, the gas will appear. Okay, and then for the maximum, we can see that some wells are maybe over injecting in this simulation. So as we can see here, the pressure right here is about 270 bars compared to like initial reservoir pressure of 145. So yeah, that's what we need to look at our simulation. Yeah. Okay, and then we can also select bubble maps right here. Okay, this will show the rates at each time step. The default version of the bubble map is rate. So you can see here, we can see rates of each well, albeit injection or production, with the legend is located right here. We can also move the legend. So yeah, that's for the bubble map for the production. Okay, so the next thing we can do here is we can create cross section to view. Okay, let's make a cross section first using this tool, cross section right here. We can choose to make a vertical cross section, or in a coordinate plane. So you can see here, for the coordinate plane is actually a horizontal cross section. You can move around right here. For the vertical cross section, we can select the first block, maybe from here to the second block right here. So yeah, this is the vertical cross section. We can name the cross section at any name we want. For example, cross 1 for this particular cross section. Okay, maybe I want to view the cross section across all the wells, so I can move. Okay, moving the model is basically the same. However, moving the cross section, we can edit this. We can click the cube to move it to the place we want, or we can select. We can click the round part of the cross section here to adjust the position. Okay, but clicking the cube lets you stretch, or basically transform the cross section. And then the circle lets you translate the I mean moving in translation, let you move the cross section. Okay, so that seems a really good cross section right here. So we can just close, and then in the 2D section we can view our cross section right. Okay, where is it? Right here. Okay, so we can use cross one, then we can view the cross section. Okay, we can show the bubble maps. Okay, so the view is distorted, and yeah, so basically this is the cross section. Okay, we just select cross section from here, and then the cross section is already selected. If we can, if we want to make a new cross section, we can definitely make it. Maybe we'll add new cross section right here. We'll name it cross 2, and then this will be a vertical cross section, and then for the first block here, second block here. Okay, maybe we want to see the cross section in another direction. Just move the cube right here. Maybe this will be cross 2. We can see cross 2 and compare with cross 1, and view pressure or saturation of oil, saturation of water, saturation of gas. As you can see here, the saturation of oil is has decreased. We can also use the slider to move to a time step we want. So you can see here the oil is drained, not just from this well, but from another well also. That's why the saturation of oil drops. Then the pressure also. Yeah, we can see the dynamics happening in the cross section. Maybe you can see it from cross 2 right here. Yeah, just like that. And then this is for the vertical cross section. We can also make a horizontal cross section. Just use maybe we can add cross horizontal using this coordinate plane. Okay, from here we can move it to the place we want. Maybe for example I want to put it right. Okay, how is it? Maybe right here. Okay, just close, and then back to 2D, and then yeah, we can pick this is cross 2 vertical and cross H is horizontal. I'm sorry. Okay, double click left and right to bring back the visualization. You can use also the slider. So you can see here the pressure changes during the simulation. Okay, and that's for cross section. And then yeah, the next thing we can do is to only show the wells that we are interested in using the well filter, and then it is located on the right hand side of the right hand side toolbar. Then we can deselect all, maybe only put in well 48, and okay, yeah, this is well 48. Yeah, this can be useful. This can be useful when there are too many wells, and then you just want to see only a group of wells that you're interested, and to see how it behaves. Yeah, just like this. Okay, and then the next thing we can do is we can check our history matching quality within this within the sim module. first thing we can do is to see the through the graphs, okay? And then there's already a template here, unified history matching results. Okay, how to adjust this? Okay, this is for the unified history matching results, and then it will show our mismatch for the history and the calculated. So you can see here the calculated for oil total in the wells. Okay, the well filter is still active. There is also a well filter here. You can see the well filter. We can just put it on. And then this is for each well. So for well 48 right here, the calculated is 8,800 and yeah, around 8,810 maybe, yeah. And from the history it's actually 8,880, so there is a mismatch of around 71 meters cube. And then for the relative mismatch is 0.8%. So that's yeah, quite a mismatch between the history and the calculated model. We can choose what calculated property that we want to see the mismatch between history and production. I mean history and the calculation. So we can choose here. There's oil total, etc. You can only select a few of them. How do we do this? Okay, so using this button we can check or uncheck all. Okay, and then we, like for example, we want to see the oil rate only, so this is the mismatch. We can also move it to Excel by clicking and dragging. Okay, actually we cannot do the same as before, so this, oh yeah, we can sort from the well name. I'm sorry. Okay, from the wells we can sort the wells. Well, actually 3 is regarded as bigger than 27. Okay, so that's how it works. We can sort by the calculated result for the oil rate or the historical result, or from the relative mismatch, the biggest relative mismatch. Can toggle from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. So you can see here the biggest mismatch happens on well 3 and the smallest mismatch happens on well 22 for the oil rate. And we can also sort for the absolute mismatch. Okay, yeah, that's how you do it. And then yeah, okay, for the graphs we can use our graph templates here to compare history and calculation. Just select the property that we want to view right here. For example here, okay, how do we do this? You can edit the template. Wait a second. Okay, we can edit the template here using the pencil button right here. If we want to change what property, if we want to that we want to see, this is for our custom graph template. And for the original graph templates, you can choose same as before, water rate. Sorry, the mass rate is not needed, I think. Only the volumetric rate. Okay, yeah, this is the volumetric rate calculation versus history, and we can see the results using this template, history versus calculated. This is for the wells. As we can see here, if the history matches the calculation, it will be on the green line, and then the margin is larger in number for the big producing wells, because our well deviation in percent is the same. So if we want to edit the high rate well deviation, we can change it, and then the lines will get narrower. Okay, for example, we want to set the medium rate well to be 5. Yeah, this is the how the plot works. Okay, the limit is set to be 10, so for the medium rate well and then the high rate well. Okay, and then we can see here that the results doesn't match. Even with the margin set 10%, it is still not acceptable, so another history matching is needed. And we can also see what parameter do we want to compare. So for example, water rate is obviously doesn't match, but the liquid rate is completely matched. And then on the right hand side, we have the table here. So if the mismatch is lower than our margin set, it will be colored green. And then if the mismatch has more than our desired margin, it will be colored red. So you can see here only one well that is in our border, so only one that is colored green, well 35. This is for the wells history matching result. You can also see the groups right here. Okay, so this is the group 1 actually. Okay, we can, the liquid rate is match because we have only one group, the field group. So yeah, this we go back to the wells visualization of the history matching results. Okay, and then we can view in the grid the visualization using bubble map also. Okay, maybe we can see the average. Okay, we can use our bubble map to visualize the mismatch. Okay, so this is there is custom and mismatch map already available here, so we can use the mismatch map for the oil rate, and then we can choose to see relative mismatch or absolute mismatch, the volume, the real volume, or the percent right here. Okay, so yeah, we can choose our mismatch map. Right here. Okay, we can close it. Okay, let's choose some. Oh yeah, this is still liquid rate, so the liquid rate is matched, so the mismatch map doesn't show anything. The mismatch is oil and water rate. As we can see here, the oil rate has a mismatch right here, 0.19 for the absolute relative mismatch, and then for the absolute mismatch we can see here for this well has a mismatch of has a difference of 14 meters cubed per day. And then this is also, we can also use the mismatch map to compare the production totals. Right here, the same as before, the liquid rate is matched, so we can see the mismatch in oil rate. I mean the oil total right here. Okay, so this is the mismatch at different time steps. Obviously the totals will be different in the mismatch. Okay, this can be converted back to custom. This can be converted back to custom. Okay, so maybe that's it for this tutorial. It has so many parts, but I hope it's useful to get a glimpse of what we can do here at T-Navigator. It is a really interesting software with a really interesting visualization. And then, yeah, hope to see you soon again in the next part videos. Thank you.